In every human interaction, one person invisibly sets the psychological boundary known as the frame. When someone attempts to criticize, test, or correct you, they are trying to force you into their internal world. Most people make the critical mistake of accepting the other person's frame and defending themselves logically. If you want to maintain complete psychological dominance and magnetic respect, master cognitive reframing. First, understand that the person who defends himself always surrenders the social power dynamic. When faced with a subtle insult or loaded question, step back mentally. Instead of taking the bait, a high-value communicator never accepts the hidden premises built into an aggressive statement. Address the underlying structure of their argument, rather than answering their specific trap. By refusing to defend yourself, you instantly disarm their offensive attempt and maintain absolute authority. Second, master the art of deliberate frame testing, using effortless humor and calm absurdities. When someone tries to impose a rigid standard or pressure, you respond with a playful, light-hearted exaggeration. Exaggerating their premise turns their aggressive frame into a harmless joke without causing emotional conflict. This subtle maneuver proves that your emotional security cannot be shaken by external attempts to diminish you. People naturally align with the individual whose frame is warm, resilient, and completely unbothered. Third, utilize the psychological power of turning their own question back onto their internal motivations. When confronted with passive-aggressive behavior, ask a precise, calm question that shifts the focus entirely. A simple question like, "Why is that so important to you right now?" forces them to justify their own stance. This tactical maneuver places the psychological burden back on the other party, while keeping you grounded. They are now forced to explain themselves, while you comfortably observe and evaluate their response. Fourth, establish an unshakable boundary. By consistently prioritizing your own core values and vision, never abandon your principles, your schedule, or your long-term ambitions to accommodate someone else's chaotic energy. When people realize that your frame is rooted in deep purpose, they naturally yield and adapt to your presence. A man who remains consistent in his standards becomes an anchor for everyone around him. Finally, remember that frame control is an internal state, forged through continuous personal discipline. Train your mind, elevate your focus, and protect your emotional energy every single day. Apply these advanced principles of cognitive reframing and strategic authority in your interactions, and you will naturally command quiet respect, deep fascination, and unshakable admiration.